Hey, friends, welcome on in. Tons congratulations on getting first, and welcome on in, Bar Tales. It is Christmas time, and you know what that means? Christmas themed trivia. Hopefully, the music's not too loud, um, or if you hear it, you should hear it. Yeah, okay. We're good. I figured I'd theme it up a little bit. I didn't quite go all out with like my stuff. I almost wore like full stuff. I'm on mobile for now while I have a PB&J. Do you know if it'll switch over when I go to PC? I'm actually not sure. If you have your identity linked to it, probably. Hey JJ, welcome on in. Getting hyped up, ready for trivia today. It's a special 50 question Christmas trivia, and I was talking about it yesterday, and I changed my mind since then about some of the content. So Abby, if you're watching, I'm sorry. We're doing a little bit of everything. So got some movie content, you got some history content, you got some overall Christmas content. There's a little bit of everything for everybody today. Also, how's the audio? I feel like my voice is a little bit more low today. I can move my microphone a little bit. My desk is messy and I need to clean it up. That's okay. Movie content. There's a little bit in there. I mean, what's Christmas without the Christmas movies, right? Sounds great. Awesome. So I figured I'd just chat a little bit as we're getting started. Hopefully you all have a fantastic Christmas so far. We have a Christmas Eve. We have my mom's side of the family coming over on Sunday. And then while that's going on, all day Sunday, I haven't queued it up yet or made the announcement in Discord, but we'll have Christmas movies playing, sort of like how TBS does the Christmas Story for 24 hours. We're not going to do one movie, we'll do a bunch of different types of movies. I just have to figure out which ones to put on there. So if you have recommendations, let me know in Discord. And I'm going to be in and out. As I said, my mom's family is going to be over here. Got forced into watching the Christmas Chronicles. Christmas Chronicles, is that the one with what's his face? I might be thinking of a different show. I don't know. Bob's Burgers. I like Bob's Burgers. I'm gonna look it up. Christmas Chronicles. Watch it not be the movie that I think it is. Oh yeah. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. I enjoyed it. Granted, I haven't watched it in a couple years. Does it still stand up? I don't know. This came out in 2018? Wow. Huh. Anyway, I guess that's spoiling it that there's nothing about Christmas Chronicles in the trivia. Sorry, Bard. So the second one. I think the first one was better than the second one, if I remember. I hardly remember the second one. It's sort of like, well, no, I can't say that. I was about to say it's sort of like the Santa Clauses, where the second one wasn't as good as the first one. But yeah. Yeah, indeed. Okay. So, we'll get started. Just kind of, for all of you who haven't been in a trivia stream yet, a little bit of setup you need to do if you want to be included in the leaderboards. And we can talk about that right now. So, if, like JJ, you're on mobile, if you type the chat on the top right and check the 3 dots, link your identity, and confirm QuizKit access to your Twitch user ID, that'll let us see your name associated with how well you're doing in QuizKit. On the other side, if you're on desktop, There should be a QuizKit logo hovered on the right side of the chat. You can click on there, click Manage Access, and grant permission for QuizKit to use your Twitch ID to basically put your name on their leaderboards. So yeah, it's a fun stuff. I've really enjoyed doing these trivia. I know it's been a little bit since our last one, but that's all on me. But you know, it's going to be a good time. We've got a lot of different questions. I kind of scrambled a little bit, so there's no rhyme or reason. The overarching theme is Christmas. So I know there's one in there. That'll be an interesting one. I'll be interested if any one of you get that. But yeah, let me get this started, because it's going to give me some instructions down here as well. We're doing points. I always turn on the mobile high latency so people on mobile can have the chance as well. Okay, so now we're setting the rules. Correct answers gain you points. Wrong answers, you lose points. The quicker you answer, the more points you win or lose. Not answering doesn't affect your points, and the player with the most points at the end is the winner. So it's simple enough. I love this so much. If I click view instruction image, oh, that just pops it up for me. And that's the stuff that we already have. Okay. Can you tell I'm a little bit rusty? Alright, so let's start game, see if it starts with the first question. Alright, first question. In Charles Dickens' book, A Christmas Carol, what was Scrooge's first name? Was it Tom, Ebenezer, Gerald, or John? You got 30 seconds. I've maxed it out for you. That way people have time to answer. Go with a really easy one first. Why is that on there twice? Did you flex twice? Interesting. All right. Let the time run out. We wait for players. Have no idea what the flex icons do. Oh, well, there you go. There's my answer. Basically, it's to flex your score on everybody else. So it shows up on screen. You'll hear that, ooh, that was showing what you got on your for your score. So the correct answer is Ebenezer. Ebenezer Scrooge. 2 of you got that right? Yeah. So there's going to be a little bit of filler time because I have the mobile latency on, where it sends things to the players. So just so you're aware, there's a little bit of a dead time in between between questions. And I'm going to be a little bit less, we'll show the scores. You can see them on here. We got contestant 3 and contestant number 4 with 27,000 and 26,000. And if you want your username attached to it, you can do what we were talking about earlier with granting the access either on desktop or on mobile. But that's totally up to you. All right, next question. Question number 2. According to the film Elf, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is kissing under the mistletoe, eating a whole roll of cookie dough, to snuggle, or singing loud for all to hear. I hate that it's on different, like on mine, on this is different than what it has on my back master control. All of you have kind of, not really. Looking for a specific quote. All right. I haven't watched Elf this year, now that I'm thinking about it. But I also have that whole movie pretty much memorized at this point. That could be one for the list. All right, the correct answer is Singing Loud for All to Hear. Yeah, and that causes Jovi to remember that at the end of the movie and start singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Save Christmas. Hey, Willie, welcome on in. If you want to get in on this, we're just 2 questions in so far. Oh, they're the link names. Bard got that with the one, putting it in first. Said I'm not going to announce all the points like I typically do. I'm going to try and be a little bit less. I'm also getting rid of the branding because I'm not sponsored by Aquafina. It's fine. Huzzah! All right, waiting for banana bread to bake. Ooh, that sounds really good. I haven't had banana bread in forever. Okay, that being said, question 3. Let's move on. Question 3. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? Buen Natale? Feliz Navidad? Frohe Weihnachten? Or Joyeux Noel? Ooh, great with cream cheese frosting. Ooh, you're making me hungry, and I just ate dinner. So, thank you for that, I guess. Well, yeah, dessert. That's fair. Yeah, right. But yeah, I went for some overall stuff. Some stuff people might not know. Wish you could send it. I know, right? All right. So, how do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? The answer is Feliz Navidad. 3 of you got that right. Congratulations. Joyeux Noel is French. Frohe Weihnachten is German. Buen Natale is I knew this. I knew it when I looked. But it's been a while since I came up with these questions, so. Maybe I shouldn't have put the mobile on. But score-wise, here are your scores. Bard's still leading the way. This could be a fun night. I'm excited to see what kind of shenanigans ensue, and we have 50 questions, so it can be anyone's game. We've known this. Who was it? When Punk Jacks came and like halfway and demolished everybody. It was great. So next question, question 4. Question 4. What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of? Was it carrot, magic, coal, or a button? Uh-oh. Wasn't trying to trick anyone. If you know the song Frosty the Snowman, they keep it pretty consistent with everything else. Gets the Christmas whip. Oh gosh. Is it made of candy cane? I don't know why I went with the smooth jazz today, but I did. Anyway, the answer is a button, because he has a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Gingerbread and candy cane. Interesting color combination there. Color combination? Taste combination? Or licorice? Anyway, 2 of you said carrot, which I figured that would get some people. but 2 people got button. Got that right. Congratulations. Get some points. Here are your current scores. Welcome on in. All right. So we've got, some hard-hitting negative scores from Willie and JJ. But JJ's still keeping in second place. Good job. And then once it lets me, we'll move on to question number 5. Question number 5. What is the name of Rudolph's elf friend in the 1964 film Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Was it Hermie, Bumble, Firebolt, or Yukon? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is another classic that I could probably, not being able to channel mobile while playing it. Yeah. That happens. Can't hear, but you're playing. Welcome on in, Crafty. Hopefully you enjoy it. Thankfully, you don't need to hear me as much for this. I'm just more color commentary. Top 3 Christmas movies of all time. I can agree with that. Didn't know this one anyway. Well, these are all characters. Bloomeroid. Good evening. Hopefully Ireland isn't too windy. But the name of Rudolph's elf friend in the 1964 film Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is Hermie. 4 of you got that right. Bumble being the abominable snowman. Firebolt being the jerk reindeer who makes fun of Rudolph when his nose cover comes off. And Yukon being the big mountain man. Yeah, windy. Maybe a good, thank you for the posture check. Maybe a good kite flying day. Maybe a little cold for that though. All right, so score wise, here are your scores down here. I don't know if it's too small for you to read. We'll cover them later at the end, but Bart is leading the way, Elwood in second, and then JJ in third, Crafty in fourth, and Willie in fifth. So, for those of you new here, we got question scores over here. That's just for the current question. How fast people go. The faster you go, the more points you get, or lose if you get it wrong. So, we calculate the scores, and here's the total at the end. Next question, let's see what is for question number 6. Before becoming the Santa Claus, what was Tim Allen's character's name in The Santa Claus? Was it Sir Christmas, Scott Calvin, Stan Carlisle, or Stephen Claus? It's funny because, like, some of these things I had to just kind of come up with. So some of the answers might be obvious to some people. Maybe it won't. The Santa Claus, there are 3 movies, and then they just came out with 2 seasons of the Santa Clauses, which is like nothing Christmas related. That's okay. Nothing Christmas related. That's okay. The cool thing about doing the trivia when I do it is I want to find different categories so that not everybody knows everything. So like the people who are really big into music don't remember these Christmas movies, that's okay. But the answer, Tim Allen's character's name in The Santa Claus, is Scott Calvin. I had to, because one of the big points was that, oh, your initials are SC. That means you're Santa Claus. So I had to come up with like 3 other names that just had the initials SC. Harder than you think. But, yeah, and then you don't really hear them call him Scott too much after that. Simon Carbuncle. Why didn't I think of that? Like John's brother, Simon. Yeah. Oh, good job on that, Crafty, getting that fast. Getting some good points on there. Bard leading the way, but it's still anybody's game. All right, and then as we're doing that, we're moving on to the next question. Question number 7. According to It's a Wonderful Life, what happens every time a bell rings? An angel gets its halo, an angel gets its wings, a snowman comes to life, or a baby is born? Ooh. So, It's a Wonderful Life is another one of those classic movies. I don't know if it's just because we watch it every year. Petition to rig it so JJ gets 6 every time. Ooh. Unfortunately, it's out of my hands. But I actually cried the last time I watched the ending of It's a Wonderful Life. Joyzy. Ooh. Even my captions didn't know what I was saying. But every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. That's what the little well, the angel says it. It's a movie. It's a movie. The basic premise of the story being that guy thinks that it'd be better if he had never been born, and then the angel's like, I can show you what that's like, and life is a lot worse than that. It's a Wonderful Knife. Ooh, interesting. I heard about that actually recently. I don't think I've seen it though. Panicked after you clicked the answer because you hadn't seen the Halo answer. Yay! I'm getting better at question writing. Not to be super tricky, because if you know it, you know it. But you never know. And all right, and then next question number 8. What are the names of the 2 elemental characters in Year Without a Santa Claus? Is it Fireboy and Snowman, Heat Miser and Snow Miser, Grass Guy and Water Bro, or Milkman and Toast Boy? Going into some extended universes for this. Year Without a Santa Claus, it was funny because I don't think my mom really liked that one to start out, and then it kind of warmed up on her. It helped that Arnold Schwarzenegger in Batman Forever plays a segment of it because Mr. Freeze. Iron Man and Fluoride Woman. Ooh, there's another good one. But they're both kids of Mother Nature, and the answer is Heat Miser and Snow Miser. You got 4 of you who got that right. Congratulations. Fireboy and Snowman's very close, but they can tell you in each of their introductory songs that their names are Heat Miser and Snow Miser, and whatever they touch starts to melt or turn to snow in their clutch. They're too much. With that, Crafty got that the fastest, and Bard's still leading the way. Good job. I don't think you've been here for a trivia yet. But Bard up there in the top, Elwood in second, Crafty in third, JJ in fourth, and contestant number 7 in 5th. And contestant number 7, if you care to be put on the leaderboards, if you're on mobile, you can click the chat up in the top right, a little circle there, link your identity in there, and you get your Twitch ID on there. If you're on desktop, you can click over on the overlay, manage access and grant permissions to your Twitch user ID. That way you can get your name on the leaderboard. It's not required, but it's always good to know. Anyway, with that, we're heading on to question number 9. Grass Guy and Water Bro sound like 2 dudes to know his coach. Yes. Okay, question number 9. In what year did A Charlie Brown Christmas first air? Was it 1956, 1984, 1972, or 1965? Charlie Brown Christmas was another one that we literally watch every year. And then we're watching it. This one was easy. I'm glad you think so, JJ. Might not get this one. That's okay. Again, not everybody knows every question. And I'm glad I put the mobile latency on because apparently we have a couple people playing on mobile. It's supposed to sync it up so that it's a little bit easier for the people on mobile to be able to answer with the mobile delay. Enjoy your lark, Willie. Movies of the late 1900s. Why did you say that, Dip? Okay. But the year the Charlie Brown Christmas first aired in 1965. Two of you got that right. That one was a hard one. Because yeah. That's an old movie. Should have went with your gut. Usually the best option. That's mid 1900s. That is mid, not late. Got a point there. Score wise, Bard leading the way with Elwood getting close, catching up. Two years younger than... Ooh, interesting. Yeah, both my parents weren't born yet. All right, and moving on to the next question. Question number 11, I think? 10. What is the name of the Satan-like creature in mythology that scares and punishes naughty children during the holiday season? Is it Unus Annus, Krampus, Santa Claus, or Scott? This one was a little bit of a gimme. You gotta have some of those in there, I think. It's so funny. I went to like a couple different websites to look up Christmas trivia, right? And like six of the top websites had all the same questions. I'm curious where they got their information from. Santa Claus, well, Santa Claus backwards? Yes. Scott, how could you? Anyway, the Satan-like creature in mythology that scares and punishes naughty children during the holiday season is Krampus. 4 of you got that correct. Thank you for nobody choosing Scott. Scott didn't do anything wrong. Just happened to be the name that I was thinking at the time. Probably from the Santa Claus question earlier. That's my guess, at least. Oh, Scott. Yeah, Scott. Oh, good. Yeah, you're right. You did. Oh, Bard broke the 200,000 mark. Elwood's catching up. JJ's crafty up there. Doing great, everybody. Oh, and we'll take a break at, I think, 25, like the halfway mark. We'll take a little bit of a break here. I forgot I had that up there. Anyway, next question, question 11. How many reindeer were featured in the poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas"? 10, 12, 5, or 8? "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. We'll see you, Dip. Have a safe trip, and have a great weekend. I used to have that whole poem memorized. We did one year. I had my family, or my mom had me memorize it so I could recite it at our family Christmas, and I did it. Actually, I think we had to do it for school maybe, and then I did it for the family. I don't remember. Anyway, the answer is 8. 8 tiny reindeer. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Before you got that, one of you got 12. And that's okay. Not enough reindeer. I mean, it still made the reindeer fly. Or, no, made the reindeer fly. Made the sleigh fly. Anyway. Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, no. The Nightmare Before Christmas is a play on the words from the poem A Night Before Christmas. But that's okay. Yeah, it's a very, very old poem. Anyway, next question. Question number 12. In 2021, how much did the National Retail Federation estimate that consumers would spend on average on Christmas gifts, decorations, etc.? $1,124.32, $123.45, $512.64, or $997.73. This one, I'll be surprised if any of you get it. This one surprised me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And this is on average. So take that into consideration when you pick your answer. Got these off of the YouTube Music Library. Guy who's playing them. Ease Jammy Jams. But you can see that up there when it switches. Anyway, the average that they estimated people would spend in 2021, $997.73. That blew my mind. Like, people are spending that much, but that's gifts, decorations, anything associated with Christmas. How? I do not spend that much money on Christmas. I lower the average. Oh, I'm almost out of tea. That's okay. But yeah, that was made me feel very frugal. Let me tell you. A scooter in the older... Oh, well, there you go. I mean, $1,000 for everything. I guess that's not crazy. All right, next question. We got question number 12? 13. Which U.S. state produces the most Christmas trees? Is it Pennsylvania, Michigan, North Carolina, or Oregon? Apparently there is all 50 states grow Christmas trees, I learned. $170 on your... Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. JJ must know, you think? This one also was one that surprised me when I was looking it up. Alright. Just guess because of Taylor Swift? Well, the state that produced the most Christmas trees is Oregon. And nobody got it right. Oh my gosh. So, those four are the top four. I think it goes Oregon, North Carolina, Michigan, Pennsylvania. I think. So, I guess it makes sense. Does it make sense? I'm gonna guess Oregon, but T Swift was raised on one or something. Okay. That's okay. But that put Elwood up front, actually. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, JJ. But in the words of Taylor Swift, you just gotta shake it off. With that, the next question. Question number 14. 14. What was the name of Scrooge's partner that came back to warn him of his path? Robert Marley, Fred Astaire, Tiny Tim, or Jacob Marley? We're not counting the Muppet Christmas Carol in this one. I just had to specify that there. Yeah, I love my Muppet Christmas Carol, but yeah, it was just so funny. How accurate it is to the book, with the one exception. Well, there's a couple of them. But that's probably my number one Christmas movie, Muppet Christmas Carol. But the answer is Jacob Marley. Before you got that right. Jacob Marley was, the dead guy who was like, oh, hey, I was terrible in life. And because of that, I don't want you to do that. And then Muppet Christmas Carol, they used the hecklers, so they had to have another person, so they had Jacob and Robert Marley. I can't wait to watch that again. Good job, everyone. We got Elwood still up in top. Crafted catching up. Bard's doing good up there, so is JJ. Y'all are doing great today. I'm loving it. Oh, okay. I just realized I missed the ad break. I kept trying to snooze it, and apparently that decided to go anyway. So we're just gonna chill for a little bit while people are in an ad. Only 2 questions from the top if I nail them immediately and everyone else fails them immediately. I mean, you're not wrong. But also unrealistic? But this is only question 14 out of 50. If we've learned anything from these trivia nights, it's that it's anyone's game. Anyway, looks like the ad break's over. So let's head on to the next question. Question number 15. If you count all of the gifts given during the 12 days of Christmas, how many gifts did the true love give? 78, 12, 254, or 364? First day of Christmas. Oh, wait, this is not even that. I was like, that'd be really funny if that's what was. I didn't put that in the playlist because there wasn't a jazz instrumental version of it. So this one was interesting to me because I had to like do math. And, you know, my brain doesn't work. I was gonna do like a 12 factorial, just 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times whatever. It didn't work. JJ, I pulled the answer from somewhere else, so they did the math. But the amount of gifts that the true love gives during the 12 days of Christmas is 364. Because you get the partridge in a pear tree, and then 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. So you ultimately get 12, 24, 36, 48, and on. So there's 364 gifts that that person gives to me. That's a lot of gifts. And there's a Reddit thread going around about even the 5 golden rings, 8 maids of milking and stuff like that. Those are all birds. So essentially, your true love's giving you 364 birds. No thank you. Anyway, let's see how the scores. Good job, Crafty. It's a random piece of trivia, but it's an interesting one. And that boosts Crafty up a little bit. It goes so well in your Oregon Christmas tree farm. I mean, right? All right, so next question I think 15. 16. What Christmas-themed ballet premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1892? Was it Toy Soldiers on Parade, Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, or The Nutcracker? I haven't really watched a ballet. I know I do some dance studio recitals and like the lighting and stuff like that. But I haven't done any ballets. It would be interesting to go see one. At some point. I'm not in a rush. Alright. And with question 16, the Christmas themed ballet that premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1892. Let me press the button, please. Alright, there you go. The answer is The Nutcracker. 5 of you got that right. So, the story of the Nutcracker is also weird. They did that Disney one, what was that? The Nutcracker and the... I don't remember what it was. I didn't care for it. It was okay, but I didn't care for it. But I think it was supposed to be similar to the ballet. Just in the live Disney aspect version. You guys are doing great. Whew. Yeah, this is... Nutcracker is probably one... I think they do those... This is one of them that they do at, like, the theaters. Might have to look into that at some point. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to the next question, question 18. I think it's question 18. 17. Which science fiction franchise had its own holiday special in 1978? Was it Star Trek, Star Wars, Lost in Space, or Stargate? I was trying to think of all the science fiction franchises that were out in 1978. There weren't too many of them. Well, there were probably more than I realized, but I didn't do a lot of research into this. Also, a fun fact about this holiday special, it's one of my favorites. So time is up on that. Let's see how long before it lets me click the answer. 1978. There was only one of these out at the time. Now the time's up. But the science fiction franchise that had its own holiday special in 1978, that was Star Wars. Star Wars Holiday Special, often regarded as one of the worst holidays or one of the worst Star Wars films. George Lucas is like always saying that if he could smash every VHS copy of it or whatever copy of it, he'd be satisfied. I know when Carrie Fisher was still alive, she would play it to get people to leave. Ugh. But they were basing it off of one entire Star Wars. But yeah, I love the Star Wars Holiday Special. I try and watch it every year. I haven't yet this year. And it's so long. And there's so many different segments to it. But it's the first thing that introduced Boba Fett. It made Jefferson's Starship, as well as I just lost her name, Bea Arthur, canon in the Star Wars universe. It's interesting. Anyway, with all of that, let's go on to the next question with question number 18. What do children typically get in their stockings if they're on the naughty list? Nothing, a pickaxe, a switchblade, or coal? I was kind of in a Minecraft mood today, or when I made this question, if you couldn't tell. Ugh. The Minecraft switchblade, yes. I guess they have a sword, not a switchblade. It's fine. Also, I realize that some things are different in different countries. Like the US is very different than like the UK, for example, or Germany, stuff like that. But what children typically get in their stockings if they're on the naughty list was coal. All 6 got it right. Congratulations. Proud of you. I feel giving naughty kids a switchblade would be just a bad idea. I was thinking pickaxe to mine the coal, I guess. And is coal worse than getting nothing? I don't know. Got some good pointage on that. We got 3 of you over 200,000 though. Good job. What was that 18? Can you imagine giving like, you've been a bad kid? Okay, never mind. Next question. Question number 19. In the Muppet Christmas Carol, who played Scrooge? Hint, it wasn't a Muppet. Was it Christopher Lee, Ian McKellen, Michael Caine, or Tim Curry? It's funny because I didn't put any Muppet names in the... And actually, if I remember right, one of these characters actually auditioned for it, but either turned it down or couldn't do it. I can't remember which. I was reading something about it earlier this week or this month. Time is kind of weird for me right now. I'm coming to terms with the fact that I've been out of school for X amount of years and out of college for Y amount of years. But the person who played Scrooge in A Muppet Christmas Carol was Michael Caine. Tim Curry played in A Muppet Treasure Island as, was it Blackbeard? But I'm pretty sure it was Ian McKellen or Christopher Lee. One of those two actually auditioned or was asked to be Scrooge and didn't. But good on y'all. We got Crafty's creeping up there, about to take Bard in second place. Elwood's crushing it in first place. But again, still anybody's game. We're not even halfway through the questions yet. I forgot you had that very cute Kirby knife emote. Alright, next question. Let's head on to question number 20. In the 1966 television special, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what monster movie legend did the voice for the Grinch? Was it Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney Jr., Fred Gwynn, or Tim Curry? Tim, just keep popping in there again. Who doesn't love Tim Curry? Welcome on in, Samus. Hope you're doing well. No worries. He's trying. The looping video is in... I think I got the 1081, so it doesn't lag too much, but I'm still getting a little bit. I'm just like, it's okay. But we got 5 more questions until our next break. But the answer, the monster movie legend that did the voice for the Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, was Boris Karloff. He also did, what was it? Was the Monster Mash? Oh, no. The Thriller, the... Hey, Taco Tuesday. Welcome on in. Meow. The thrill thing? What did I do? Anyway. Ooh, Crafty took first in that. Good job. But Bart is really close behind. Boris just sounded like a Grinch name. I mean, if you've watched the show as much as I have, like every year, more than once a year maybe, it shows up in the beginning credits. But I think they skipped that in the TV broadcast of it. Yeah, we're doing a little comfy Christmas trivia. Feel free to join in if you'd like. The next question, we got, 21? Question 21. What well-known Christmas carol became the first song ever broadcast from space in 1965? Was it Jingle Bells, Deck the Halls, White Christmas, or Silent Night? I didn't know this one either. I learned so much, and that's the fun thing about doing these trivias. A lot of things I don't know, and I'm learning as I'm finding these questions in different categories. I'm hoping to do these again at the beginning of the new year. Maybe once a month, maybe bi-weekly again. It depends on my availability. But yeah, no, I've remember hearing this, but you forget the answer. Ooh. Well, to answer your question, the well-known Christmas carol that was the first song ever broadcast from space in 1965 was Jingle Bells. One of you got that right. Once the birth period of science seems best. Silent Night would work so well, but it's not what they did. I know, right? Yeah, really it would make sense, but when have we known NASA to make sense? But with that, Bard takes the lead for a little bit. Just a little bit of a boost there. All right. And with that, let's head on to most song I've heard. Yeah. That's also true. All right, next question. Question number 22. Who recorded the melancholy holiday hit Hard Candy Christmas in 1982? Was it Liza Minnelli, Cyndi Lauper, Dolly Parton, or Cher? I forgot this is out. Move it somewhere where I'm not going to sip at it. Water. I had the water bottle from earlier, but I have my other water too. You've never heard of this song? It's kind of a downer, but it's a really pretty song. And for copyright reasons, I can't play it on stream, but I recommend you to look it up at some point. It was in a movie. What was the movie? I know this. We were just talking about it. But here, the person who recorded the melancholy hit Hard Candy Christmas in 1982, that was Miss Dolly Parton. 4 of you got that right. Hard Candy. What movie was it in? Oh, it's from the movie The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Yes. I couldn't remember what the name of the movie was. It's also a musical. But let's see how that changed the scores. Ooh, that pushes Elwood up into the top. Oh my gosh. Hard Candy Christmas or Dolly Parton or The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas? Yes, okay. All right. I think we have a couple more before break. So we'll do the next one. Let's see. Question number 23. In one oddball tradition, what an ornament shaped like what food item is hidden on the Christmas tree? A pickle, a candy cane, 2 turtle doves, or a pretzel? And now I'm realizing as I made this question that 2 turtle doves are not a food item, so you get a freebie for that one. There was a good chance that I was on cold medicine when I wrote this. I wonder if this is a Midwest thing. Because we do this. It didn't say where the tradition originated. But hidden. I know, right? So, ornament shaped like what is hidden on a Christmas tree? The answer is a pickle. What you do is you hide the pickle, because it's green on the green Christmas tree, right? So you hide it inside the tree, and then you send the kids after it. And the first kid who finds the pickle gets a prize of some sort. I'm surprised you've never seen that. Huh. I wish I would have thought ahead. I could have grabbed ours. But that's okay. Let's see how that switches up everything. Well, candy canes, you don't hide those, though. I don't think. And was this one? We have the Christmas... Because the Moser-in-law is... It's German. Okay. So that answers my question. But yeah, it's a game that you play with the kids. Also, hi, B. Ooh, B's up there in 4th. The pickle question bumped you in the first, Crafty. I'm surprised that not a lot of people knew that one. He's gonna pick pickle for the lulz. That's hilarious. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Hide the pickle. 24. In Love Actually, what gift does Harry, Alan Rickman's character, give his wife Karen, Emma Thompson, for Christmas? Is it Christmas cookies, a message written on cue cards, a Johnny Mitchell CD, or a necklace? I think that counts as a Christmas movie, I think. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. Joni, sorry. That's what her promise, Samus. I don't know if you can hear this. I have a vaporizer going over here, and I'm also hopped up on cold medicine. So... Anyway, the answer is a Joni Mitchell CD. Was supposed to get the necklace. The wife thought that it was going to be the necklace, but it wasn't the necklace. Oh, no. Vicks Vapo Steam. It's like keeping the air moist so I can breathe and not cough my head off. It's great. Trying to not be super sick for Christmas. Alright, so let's see how that switches things up. You guessed? Oh, well, there you go. Congratulations. Yeah, Alan Rickman was cheating on Emma Thompson with a secretary and got the necklace for the secretary. And then Emma Thompson saw him buying the necklace and was like, oh, that's what she's going to get, what he's going to get me for Christmas. And then she gets in like, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Ugh. Drama. All right, so I think this is the last question before our break. So let's hop in to question, I think, 25. What gift does Ralphie want in the film A Christmas Story? A football, toy trucks, a BB gun, or a onesie? All I remember from that movie is Hugh Grant's dancing. It is such a devastating scene, yes. Sorry I brought it up. But yeah, this is going to be a break after this one. I'm going to write that down in case in the next 30 seconds I totally forget. And this is what he wants, not what he gets, technically. Onesie with a butt flap. I mean, that is just function. Because having to go to the bathroom in a onesie is the hardest thing ever. But the gift Ralphie wants in the Christmas Story is a Red Ryder carbine action BB gun. The football, when he is talking to Santa Claus and he's like, what do you want, little boy? And he's like, you want a football? Football? And then he comes back into, yeah, with a compass in the stock. Good memory, Samus. All right. So let's see how that switches the scores up. So we got Crafty up there in first with Sonic Elwood in second, Bard in third, Zombolina in fourth, and Tons in fifth. You guys are doing fantastic. I am loving this, but this is also reaching the 25th, and this thing that tells time. Yes. But this is the halfway point of the quiz, so I'm going to take a short break, run some ads so Twitch doesn't yell at me, get some extra water, make sure it's not time for me to retake my cold medicine, but I'll be right back. Hold tight. All right, welcome back, everybody. Short break, 3 minutes, just something to get a little bit of stuff. Have you ever? Well, okay. So I'm taking some cold medicine, right? It was time to re-up, so I'm glad I did when I did. But have you ever had it's the pop back ones? I popped it out and it went flying. I'm so glad I wasn't on webcam for that. Anyway, we're back. We're here playing some trivia. We're 25 questions in. As of right now, Crafty's leading with 324,000. And we've got Sonic Elwood in second, Bardtails in third, Thumbling in fourth, and Tons of Fail in fifth. We're just getting started. It's the first half over. We're just getting ready to start the second half with question 26. Check question 26. If Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas, what type of Christmas is he going to have? A purple Christmas? A blue Christmas? A red Christmas? Or a green Christmas? Do like a All I can think of is Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. That musical broke me of Elvis. And what's funny, that's not the first, like, because of my age, I wasn't really like an Elvis. That's not where I first heard Blue Christmas. As I said, after the timer's done. Because the song was original. The first time I heard it was in Year Without a Santa Claus, I think. Alright, but the answer, if Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas, he's going to have a blue Christmas. 4 of you got that right. I was doing so good at not trying to spoil the answer. But it is what it is. Excuse me. Yeah, the first time I heard that was on Year Without a Santa Claus, when the little girl sings it to Santa Claus, and it's like the turning point of the song, or of the movie. Well, you got that right. Fantastic. Oh, and Crafty broke the 300,000 mark. I didn't even notice that. Oh, I mentioned that earlier. Woof. It's fine. Everything's fine. Good stuff. But yeah, it's another depressing Christmas song. Is it as depressing as Hard Candy Christmas? Maybe. Anyway, question 27. Let's see what we got here. Which country came up with the dessert White Christmas made from coconut oil and dried fruit? Was it Australia, the UK, the United States, or Paris? It was interesting doing some of the research for this, seeing different countries' traditions. Either because of where they are in the world or stuff like that. And this one I would actually kind of try, I think. I kind of was going to look up a recipe for it, but I didn't. So the White Christmas dessert that's made from coconut oil and dried fruit came from Australia. 2 of you got that right. So, and it makes sense with Australia being in summertime during Christmas. So you're going to have those lighter fruit and coconut oil desserts. All right. Did that change anything up? Not incredibly, but that's all good. Yeah, that one I learned very quickly, and like I was just like, oh, this is interesting. I'd never heard of it either, but I'm intrigued. All right. So with that being said, let's head on to the next question. I think 28. Question 28. In the UK, what do well-behaved kids get in their stockings? Is it chocolate, apples, candy canes, or tangerines? Hopefully you've heard of this one. Again, learning the traditions from other countries is just interesting to me. If you saw in my, I put a Twitter video out right about an hour before stream. I got my Secret Santa gift from Throne because I did a Throne exchange for it. And I put in my bio that I was interested in learning snacks from other countries. So I got a tin of Turkish Delight from Istanbul. So it's actually kind of cool. I'm not going to give up my family to the White Witch, though. It's not that good. But the answer, the well-behaved kids in the UK get tangerines in their stockings. They might get some other stuff too, but the tradition is if they're good, they get tangerines. And I'd call shenanigans. Oop, there goes the light. Is it because you didn't get it? That's okay. Last year for Christmas, made Benuelos and Syracuse Grant. Fluffy loves chocolate is true too. Okay. Tell that to the people who made the questions earlier. I didn't make all of these. I pulled about half of them off the internet. And it didn't mention chocolate. Unfortunately, I can't adjust points. But we're going to move on. Maybe some of the other questions will be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Forgiving. The ones that I made, there are no problems with. But we'll go on to the next question. Question number 29. Which drinks manufacturer is said to have popularized Santa's red and white costume? Was it Pepsi, Aquafina, Coca-Cola, or Dr. Pepper? And popularized, not created, just because there's like a bunch of stories about, oh, they didn't actually. Maybe I should have somebody who doesn't participate, like, double check all these answers someday. Like a fact checker almost. Maybe it's tangerines. Maybe. Someone not hopped up on cold beds. Exactly. That's why I was hoping that the Red Bull would balance it out, but maybe it's making it worse. So the manufacturer to popularize Santa's red and white costume is Coca-Cola. And 5 of you got that right. I'm proud of you. Also made the polar bears that would... I really like the commercials with the polar bears drinking the Coke. The Christmas commercials. I don't see much of them anymore. But I also don't watch a lot of commercials. That was back in the day. When we'd get the VCR to record, was it Charlie Brown Christmas? And it has all the commercials in it. We used to have, I don't know if we still have that VHS tape, but it would have like the commercials for F-Zero for the Super Nintendo, the 7-Up, the little red spot, their Game Boy game. It was a commercial for that. Seared into my brain. All right. So with that, let's head on to the next question. Was it question 29 or 30? 30. Which reindeer is named after thunder? Is it Prancer, Blitzen, Donner, or Dasher? This one I didn't know either until all of them are probable. Can Andy name all the reindeer? Yes, we've got Dasher, or there's, well, I guess 9. We got Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and then Rudolph. But the reindeer that's named after thunder is Donner. So, funny story about that. The German word for thunder is Donner. Literally. Like if you look up, the German word for thunder is Donner. Donner also is another word for thunder. But I didn't know that either. I haven't hit that in Duolingo yet. Blitzen makes sense. Hey Silent Snake, welcome on in. Feel free to join us for some quizzing. Thor, God of Donner. Yes. I imagine Donner would be Thor's favorite. You knew it too late and then hit the button. Oop. Oh, excuse me. That happens sometimes. Elwood snuck into first place too. And alright, so this is going to take us to question 31. 31. In 1979, women's groups, politicians, and seniors organizations protested which Christmas song? Baby It's Cold Outside, Santa Baby, It's Christmas Time War Is Over, or Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer? I know. Like, actually, I'm pretty sure all of these songs my mom doesn't care for. Especially the, you picked the wrong one? This one was interesting too. This was 79. I didn't know this one either. And I thought it would be one of the other ones. But it wasn't. You weren't watching it. Oh no. Oh, you know this one? So the women's groups, politicians, and seniors organizations in 1979 protested Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And nobody got that one. Seniors organizations. Yeah. That part kind of gives it away. Although, reindeer on grandma violence. Yeah. Let's see if that changes anything. I was playing the smart game. Doesn't know the answer, doesn't answer. Got some tight competition in here, though. How do you play? The game is interactive on the screen. So when the question shows up, if you're on desktop, it shows right on the overlay. If you're on mobile, there's a button on the bottom right that has the questions that show you. If you're on mobile, You can link your identity to QuizKit, which lets your name be shown on the leaderboards. If you're on desktop, you can do the same thing with the overlay on the right side and just grant permission so you can get your name on there. Again, it's an optional thing. It goes, the faster you answer, the more points you win or lose, depending on if you get it right or wrong. If you don't answer, you get 0 points. And whoever has the most at the end is the winner. All right, so with that all being said, we're moving on to the next question. Question number 32. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? Is it Paris, Tokyo, New York, or London? Apparently there's a really big, like, how much did Kevin's dad make to get this house? And then his uncle got them for the house at 36. I know, right? I was just talking about that. Yeah. Reading your brain bee. And then apparently the Paris trip is paid for by his uncle because his uncle got a job in Paris. So maybe they didn't have to pay for that for 16 people. But yeah, I'd be interested to know to make that house. But where did they go on vacation? They went to Paris. Yeah, the brother lived in Paris. The dad's brother, I think. It sounds right to me. But all 7 got it right. Good on you. Ah! Didn't catch anyone with New York. I know, that's the second one. All right, and did that change anything? Okay. Got some good names in here. Yeah, I'm a little sneaky sometimes, but almost picked London. Ooh. If I'm honest with you, I prefer the second movie to the first one. Probably because of the crazy Mourning Dove lady. The crazy Mourning Dove lady. Although I do love the song Somewhere in My Memory from the first one. But that's just a personal preference. Alright, so moving on, let's hit the next question with question number 33. What does Jesus' other name Emmanuel mean? Because that's what the angels told him to say. Is it he who is God, the chosen one, God with us, or Son of God? This is Angels We Have Heard on High, I think is what we made it. Or the Hallelujah Chorus, Handel, Messiah. Still technically Christmas. Tim Curry. Oh yeah, Tim Curry too. I forgot about that, even though I remembered it. If you get this wrong, you're fired. Manuel was the name of the church you first went to for 7. Oh, okay. So Crafty's over here cheating. No, I'm just kidding. But other name, Emmanuel, you know what that means? It means God with us. 4 of you got that right. Good job. That one I figured would be a tough one for some people. Because it's not Crafty with the home field advantage. It's just one of those, random bits of trivia that you don't think about, but you hear it every Christmas, especially if you listen to the Hallelujah Chorus. Or Handel's Messiah, at least. Ooh, Bard got that one first. Super speed. Got some good points in here too. Y'all are doing fantastic, and I keep saying that, but I really mean it. And you speak. All right, Catholic, we sing God with us all the time. Well, there's that too. All right, so let's move on to the next question. See what we got here. We've got next question, question number 34. Where was Jesus born? Another, hopefully, softball. Is it Egypt, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, or Kenya? This one might slip some people up too. Maybe. Not if you watch the Charlie Brown Christmas, though. I think. Sing the Latin version of O Come, O Come, Emmanuel every year at my high school. Latin? Really? Veni, Veni, Emmanuel? I think that's Latin. Or maybe I'm thinking of another language. It's fine. But Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Catholic choir director. Okay, I was good. I remembered. So if you've ever watched the movie A Christmas Karen, it came out like last year or the year before. The very beginning scene, because they're in like California or something like that, girls singing or doing a lemonade stand outside her house, and she's singing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and then the Karen like comes in and is doing Karen things, and she parodies the song a little bit just to kind of be evil and to show her true character, because it's a Scrooge story done through the Karen lenses. It's actually hilarious. Oh, good job on everybody getting that right, by the way. Let's head on to the next question. Question number 35. In the 1991 TV movie A Wish for Wings That Work, what was Opus asking Santa for? Music, flight, a fuzzy hat, or balloons? This one, I'd be interested to know if anybody else has watched this other than me. This was one that we were recording a bunch of TV specials on our VCR as a kid, and it showed up on there. And it became a like cult classic in our household. So, what's the name of the comic strip? So Opus is a penguin and has best friend Bill the cat, a big orange cat. And it's a very political movie. It's very interesting. It's comedy. So the basic premise is, now that the answer, I can answer, the answer is flight. So Opus is like, Santa Claus, I'm a penguin. My friends make fun of me because I can't fly. I would love to have some wings that work because I just have wings and they don't fly. And so he's trying to find ways to fly, and then he's like, my last ditch effort, I'm going to ask Santa Claus. And then Santa Claus crashes down near where they're at. He saves them in the water, shows him his strength. And then it's like, all of the people are like, oh yeah, you're actually not a terrible person, so we're going to treat there's a whole lot going on in there. But anyway, spoilers for a 32-year-old movie. I would gladly watch it with y'all at some point. We got it on DVD when we found out that DVD of it existed. We had it on VHS probably since I was a young one. All right. The next one, let's see what is next for question 36. In the film A Muppet Christmas Carol, what did Fozziwig produce? Bread, lamps, wigs, or rubber chickens? This is like a minor detail, like the fun trivia fact type of thing. I love Muppet Christmas Carol. If you haven't figured that out already. Because I think this is the third question about Muppet Christmas Carol. I blame Krabby Abby, because we were talking about it yesterday. And so it was still fresh in my mind. Alright, so let's see. Fozziwig in the film Muppet Christmas Carol produced rubber chickens. It was a rubber chicken factory when they went to the past and they're like, oh, Fozziwig's old rubber chicken factory. And it's Fozzie Bear, so it tracks. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Trying to inhale energy drink doesn't work. Ah. You're all good. At least I kind of got the mute button. Not fast enough, but we still got it. Please don't. All right. Alright, so with that, let's move on to the next question. Let's see where we're going after this. Question 37. In what country is it a tradition to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC at Christmas? Is it the UK, Japan, France, or India? Another interesting tradition that I was vaguely aware of. Whew. Oh no. Bard knows this one. I feel like I knew it, but at the same time I was like, do I know this? I don't know. Apparently you have to wait like 2 months in advance, or you have to reserve it 2 months in advance. Wouldn't KFC be too spicy for the people in the UK? I had to put some answers in there. But the answer is Japan. Excuse me. 4 of you got that right. Well, they have regular or the... Oh no, it's crispy. I thought it was regular and spicy. No, it's regular and crispy. Is KFC really spicy? Leaves unite. All right, got some good people in there. Crafty's still retaining the lead though. 396K. Trivia time. Hey, Abby, I just talked about you. We were doing some, we had a question about Muppet Christmas Carol, about what Fozzie's store made. Yeah, that's okay. Rubber chickens. Abby knew it. Great. All right. And if you're not aware, the question will show up on the screen. If you're on desktop, just click on the answer. If you're on mobile, there's a little button that says Quiz Kit. You tap that, and the answers show up there. With that, we're moving on to the next question. Question number 38. In what state does A Christmas Story take place? Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, or Tennessee? This one's a little tricky. Okay. I haven't. Does TBS still do the 24-hour Christmas Story marathon? I haven't watched it in a while. Well, on TV at least. We have it. That's another one that we try to watch every year. There was a couple that we just watch every year. But the state that A Christmas Story takes place is in Indiana. Which is funny because the house itself is in Cleveland, Ohio. There's actually a museum over there. But the movie itself is set in Indiana. Little tricksy there. It's all Midwest to me. But that is okay. Elwood did take first place, though. Try not to aspirate the Red Bull again. But that's empty now, too. Definitely getting my liquids today, which is a good thing. Whew. All right. So let's see what our next question has in store. Question number 39. What movie takes place in a real-life department store? It's a Wonderful Life, The Santa Claus, A Christmas Carol, or Miracle on 34th Street? I meant to say Miracle on. It says Miracle of. Just bear with me. I was, again, probably on cold medicine when I wrote it. Apparently, they had to change the name for it when they made the version with Mara Wilson, I think. But the movie, or the department store that takes place in is Macy's. The movie that takes place in the store is Miracle on 34th Street. Congratulations on y'all getting it right. Get some good points for that one. And for the new ones joining us, the faster you answer, the more points you get. But if you get it wrong, you get the same amount of points, just negative. So it makes it a bit of strategy involved. But here's the scores, at least the top fives. So these are the top fives for the question itself, and then the total scores out of 30 whatever questions that we've been on so far. Elwood blazing through the lead with 422k. I have the scores on my screen over here in big font, and I'm over here looking at my OBS screen, like squinting, like, what's that number? I'm fine. All right, let's move on to the next question. Question number 40. Who wrote the holiday hit song, The Eggnog Song? Was it Grant Kirkhope, Bing Crosby, Jim Carrey, or Mariah Carey? And most of you will probably be like, I've never heard this song. And I'm going to have to change that at some point. But also think about whose stream you're watching. So the eggnog song is a song about how great eggnog is and how you should drink it all through the season. I'm just going to look... It was Christmas Eve. My friends were all in town. We were singing Christmas carols as the snow was falling down. Yeah, it's a fun song. But the person who wrote the song was Grant Kirkhope, the guy who wrote the music for Banjo-Kazooie. Oh wait, that's not the right one. We drink our nog this time of year to usher in some festive cheer. We raise our glasses to the sky and hope that Santa's passing by. I was looking at a Straight No Chaser song called Who Spiked the Eggnog, which is a totally different song. There's nog for me and nog for you, and there's even nog for you know who. There's nog with booze and nog with none, so everyone can join the fun. It's a fun song. It has a beat, a Grant Kirkhope beat. But everybody should listen to it. At least once. I've actually not had regular eggnog. I have this recipe that we do every year called for banana eggnog. It's literally eggs, milk, sugar, bananas, cinnamon in a blender. It's so good. Anyway, next question. Question 41. In 1886, what 225-ton gift was given to the United States by the French on Christmas? Was it a safe full of gold, the Statue of Justice, the Golden Gate Bridge, or the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, Grant Kirkhope is the rare composer. Who is the good guy? Indeed. Hopefully this one's a little bit easier question. I didn't realize that they gifted in Christmas. Oh, David has? I didn't know that. Which is a bummer. Because I like David's music too. Diddy Kong Racing. But anyway, the gift that was given to the United States by the French on Christmas was the Statue of Liberty. Grant appeared on H-Bomber-Guy's trans fundraising stream as he played DK64. I didn't know that. That's been a couple years ago, hasn't it? Obviously, H-Bomber-Guy back into the forefront because of his YouTube video on stealing content, which was a very good video. I didn't watch the whole thing, I listened to the whole thing. Yeah, Grant did perform well, I don't know if he performed the DK rap, but in the game he performed the DK rap. If that helps. So, Crafty back in the lead. Got some really good stuff here. We're at 42, 43 now. Alright, next question. Question number 42. The Australian heat is too much for reindeer during their summer in December. So Santa swaps out the 8 or 9 reindeer for what? An engine, 5 horses, 6 white boomers, or 8 dogs? We don't have an ant or a bearded in here, do we? Or any other Australian. Yeah, think about reindeer get overheated in the Australia heat summer. I learned this one today too, and I was hoping that one of them would be in here to be like, oh yeah, I know that one. So, I'll be surprised if y'all get this, but Santa swaps out the 8 reindeer for 6 white boomers, which are kangaroos. So, he apparently swaps out his reindeer for kangaroos, which are apparently called white boomers. They're special kinds of reindeer, or kangaroos. Nobody got that. Also not surprised on that one. It's slang. That was tricky. I feel like if I would have put kangaroo, it would have been one of those like, oh, obviously it's because it's Australia, it's kangaroos. But when I looked up the thing, they said 6 white boomers, and then they put in, not 8 white boomers. Yeah, that would be different. Yeah, it put in parentheses that it was kangaroos, white kangaroos, and I was just like, would that be too obvious? Be too obvious. So I didn't put it in. Maybe that would have helped. Oh well. Next question. 43. What is the name of the Grinch's faithful companion dog? Is it Dave, Sam, Max, or Bob? Finding all the 3-letter names and putting them in there. Three names and then Dave. But yeah, that was. If you watched any of the Grinch, you probably would know this one. He's the one that he ties the reindeer head on with a spool of red thread. But the Grinch's faithful companion dog's name is Max. Which is funny with the Sam and Max thing, is a LucasArts point-and-click adventure game. That one would be a fun one to play at some point. I have not done that yet. But congratulations on the 6 who got that right. Alright, and here are your scores. How do you play? Just type in chat. Hey Joey, welcome on in. If you're on desktop, the questions will show up on screen and you just click on the answer. If you're on mobile, there's a little button that says Quiz Kit. It looks like on the right side of the circle. The answers will show up on there. Welcome on in, Joey, by the way. So then it'll click. The faster that you answer, the more points you get. Unless you get it wrong, then you get that, but in negative. So it's kind of a strategy. Yeah. For all of you who don't know Joey Blue Jay helped me develop the Wendy Bear originally. The hype emote and the sad emote and the really emote Joey stuff, definitely check them out. Also recently part of the Matified gang, right? Congratulations on that, by the way. Anyway, moving on. We're going to the next question. Question number 44. What was the name of the evil magician in Frosty the Snowman? Was it Dr. John, Professor Pickle, Professor Hinkle, or Dr. Robotnik? I had to think about this one. Or when I say I had to think about it, I had to look it up. Because it was like, I know this. I can see his face. I can hear his voice. But I couldn't remember his name. I can remember the rabbit's name because it was Hocus Pocus. That's easy enough. Messy, messy, messy. Or think nasty. Think nasty. Iconic villain. Let's enclose Frosty the Snowman into a greenhouse so he can't escape and just melts. Anyway, the answer is Professor Hinkle. 7 of you got that right. Congratulations. Excuse me. So let's see how that affects the scores once it sends it to the players. Because it sends stuff to the players first, so you guys see something different on yours. And I'm just sitting here waiting for it to let me show the scores before it does that. Here's the scores. Crafty's still in the lead. Sonic's still, or Elwood's still getting pretty close. Bard's up there as well. We got some really good contestants here today. There's only like 6 or 7 questions left, I think. We're going up to question 50. That's the last one. If you were curious. I mean, we've been streaming for 2 hours already. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. So next question. Question number 45. What are the first names of the Haynes sisters in the film White Christmas? Is it Justice and Topher, Judy and Karen, Mary and Martha, or Betty and Judy? You're welcome, Crafty. I had to put it in there because of I haven't watched. They got their son stuck back. They're the first ones I think of too, Crafty. This is a trick question. Is it? I just had to throw that in there to see if anybody was paying attention, and all y'all were paying attention. Actually, no, it's that one. Yes. I'm so upset if it's a trick question. So the answer, the first names of the Haynes sisters in White Christmas, is Betty and Judy. Yeah, Krabby Abby's heart. Oh my goodness. None of you picked Justice and Topher? What? Sorry. Alright, let's see how that got some good points on that one. Got contestant 22 and 12 getting those nice and fast in there. Oh gosh. Between Crafty, Elwood, and Bard, there's 5,000. Dylan's in here? Congratulations, Dylan, on being the fastest. Did you link your name with... You have done it before. Maybe that's... Well, depending on how you're playing. If you're on desktop, going on the overlay and granting access to that, or if you're on mobile, doing the link identity in there. If you haven't done that, I mean, you've been in here before, so I figured it would still be linked. Maybe it's because this is the first question you were in. That's what I'm going to go with. But with that, let's go on to the next question. Question number 46. How is Noelle related to Santa Claus in the Disney Plus film Noelle? Is it niece, wife, she's not related, or daughter? I hate that it doesn't keep it in the order that I put it in. It randomizes it. So I put she's not related at the bottom, like an all of the above thing. See, when I do these four, I can't do an all of the above because it randomizes it, so all of the above might be the first answer. Doesn't help. Sorry. A little bit of a rant about QuizKit. It's a great program. I love using it. But that's the one thing that bugs me about it. And to be honest, I haven't watched this one. This was one that came off of the list of questions that was on like the first 6 sites of the Christmas trivia. But Noelle is related to Santa Claus by being his daughter. One of you got that right. Yeah, I haven't watched that one, so I am not surprised because most a very tough one. Let's see how that affected scores. That put Elwood up in top, but just barely. 8,000 point difference, which is not a lot when you're realizing that we're giving out 28,600 points for the fastest time. Also, congratulations on watching Noelle, Joey. All right. And with that, let's see. What's the next question? Question number 47. Which department store created Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Was it Macy's, Montgomery Ward, Dillard's, or JCPenney's? One of the first things I watched on Disney Plus when it launched. Yeah, it did. Because it did start around Christmas time. That's true. Not me forgetting that. So, funny story about this store. It was still a thing when I was a little one. And I have a vivid memory, semi-vivid, of getting lost in it because had Mom's hand let go. Oh, we'll see you Taco Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out. Have a happy holiday. Big hugs to you as well. It was one of those where take hand down, look, oh hey look, I'm here. Mom walks away. Over here, where did Mom go? I'm lost in... The answer is Montgomery Ward. So I'm lost in a Montgomery Ward. 2 of you got that right. I love how evenly spaced the answers are. So you got 2, 2, 2, and 1. But I think it's funny that a department store, the guy who was like a marketer for Montgomery Ward, came up with one of the most iconic Christmas icons. So did that switch up the scores at all? You've never heard of this store? To be fair, like when I was young, they disbanded. But there was one up in Toledo for the longest time. That's the one I got lost in. Elwood maintaining the lead. Final score wise. Where you live doesn't? Interesting. The one I got lost in. Yeah. All right. So I think, 3 more questions? 3 more? We're almost done. All right. Let's see. Question number 48. Complete the lyric. All I want for Christmas is blank, 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 blank. My little brown dog, my 2 front teeth, my own big house, my friend Leroy Jones. These were the answers they gave me in the thing. I feel like this was made for like some of the answers I was making some there were some interesting choices. Should have been Leroy Jenkins. Hey, Adges. Welcome on in. I'm glad it's not Mary Carey. Fair point. I think that's why I put the 4 blanks in there. Because it could have been All I Want for Christmas Is You, but that's not what we were looking for. The lyric is All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. 60, got that right. The My Friend Leroy Jones thing, I'm not sure where that came from. It was just one that was on there. I don't know who Leroy Jones is, and I would feel bad if it was something weird. Let's see how that affected scores. Ooh. One more question to go. Anybody's game. I don't remember what I put as the last question. Or is it 2 more? Was that 48 or 49? During the scores thing, it doesn't tell me the number. I could keep track of my questions, but I do it off of the QuizKit interface, just so I don't have to worry about it. But let's go to the next question, which is question number 49. What is Santa Claus's real name? Is it Kris Kringle, Mike James, Kris Krinkle, or Mariah Carey? Yeah, I think because this was an easy trivia, my guess is that the demographic was for little kids. Hit the wrong one again. Ooh. Did you pick Mariah Carey, Bartales? Hey Pixel, welcome on in. Hopefully you're enjoying your time over with Brunt. Hi Brunt if you're watching. Alright, so Santa Claus's real name is Kris Kringle. 60, you got that right. I think it's funny that it puts the Kris Krinkle in there. As I said, I think it was for like... It's close enough, but it isn't. Ooh, Elwood breaking the 500K mark. Ooh. All right, let's head on to the final question. We got one more. Question 50, which reads, in the film Santa Claus is Coming to Town, what is the name of the villain who banishes toys from Somber Town? Is it the Winter Warlock, Heat Miser, Jack Frost, or the Burgermeister Meisterburger? All right. Time is up. This is another fun one. I really enjoy. Great. The answer is the Burgermeister Meisterburger. The Winter Warlock doesn't banish toys from Somber Town, just kind of makes it hard to travel. but then turns good and then is great. Jack Frost is not in that one. That's 50 questions. Whew. In about 2 hours, because we didn't do a bunch, or I kind of just chatted a little bit before trivia. But here are the final results. First place, we have Sonic Elwood with 528,639 points. Crafty Gamer Lady with 490, 542. Bard Tales with 409, 961. Zombalina with 221, 356. And Silent Snake with 140, 554. Congratulations on everybody who's participated. And Sonic Elwood, let me see if I remember the command for it, because it's been a hot minute. Is it prize win? So first off, I don't think that. Oh, here it is. You get a certificate of winning that can be put in Discord, and in the spirit of Christmas, I'm going to get you at some point a $20 gift card to the game of your choice, whether it's Steam, Nintendo. I'm gonna send you a message, and we'll get that. I'll get that to you sometime tonight. But yeah, you can see this in the poster wins in Discord, in my Discord. Congratulations, everybody. This has been such a fun time. Yeah. So I'll send you a message here soon. We'll get that going. But for now, this was a good time. Do you all have plans this Christmas? Let's just chat for a little bit, because I'm not quite done. I'm still kind of in the mood of let's chat for a little bit. I can get time to type. Yeah, exactly. I'm also going to do, let's say it's taken a little bit for my screen clip to work. Oop. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there goes everybody. I can end this now. And that goes away? Yes. Oh, JJ wants a flex. Okie doke. Is it weird that I was anticipating that? But before I do that, I'm going to remember to post the top 5 points in Discord, and then we'll do one of these for JJ. I'll even do the double, because I'm even though I'm being a little sick right now, I can still flex. It's still a thing. So giving. Yeah, no. So not tomorrow. Sunday, if you don't have anything that you're doing Christmas Eve, we're going to an ad break, apparently. But if there's nothing that you're doing Christmas Eve, in the movie night channel in my Discord, we're going to be doing a marathon of Christmas movies. So if you need some place to hang out on Christmas Eve, I'll be in and out. My mom's side of the family is coming over on Sunday. So I'll leave it running for anybody who wants to watch it. I'll have a bunch of different types of movies, from the claymations to the full movies. We did this last year, and people really enjoyed it. So I wanted to do it again. I just don't have a list of movies yet, but that's really easy for me to do. Christmas Day, I have off work. It's going to be a chill day, so there's a good chance I might be hanging out. Might stream, might not sure yet. And then this kind of also gave me this was supposed to be also time for me to kind of keep an eye out on who else is streaming right now, so that we could go raid somebody later. but we'll see. I totally forgot and ended up talking because there's a lot of friends online right now, apparently, as I'm scrolling down. And then give me a little bit of time to rest. Thankfully tomorrow I don't have a bunch going on either, so I'll probably be floating around. Jay Fries is playing Earthbound. Ooh. She's playing Dead by Daylight. Monster Mini's playing Fortnite. Sweener's playing Diablo 2. We've got a lot of people. If y'all have somebody who you'd want to share with community who think would be a good fit, I'm game for that too. Always fun meeting new people. That's kind of one of my favorite things about Twitch, is the amount of community that I've made just in different people. I've got the Fish Tank, which is Fish. He's an amazing streamer, does a lot of Splatoon, and really one of the first communities I really got into on Twitch when I started being like full-time. Then the Gigglepuss Gang, another group community that I'm really big in with and happy to meet. Same, and then like offshoots from there. Finding out how many friends are connected with other friends. I love this. I love streaming, and I hoped that I can do it for a while. This was good. This is fun. I enjoy it. You'll allow it? Okay. And Pixel and JJ and that group too, all coming in and being part of my community, which I'm very thankful for too. We've passed over 1,000 followers in the last couple months. I might try and do a special, and you who wandered in by yourself. That's true. We've got a couple. I don't want to call them strays, but my mom has always been. Yeah. My mom is someone who collects a lot of people too, just in person, that somebody who doesn't have people, and they'll bring them in, and I kind of do the same thing, and she calls them her strays because she's also a cat lady in the best way. Wandered in after one time Arcade Bear got you to raid me. Yeah. Yeah, and Snake over here does some really good Kaizo Mario World stuff. Yeah, it brings me joy, and meeting some people that I didn't think I'd ever, like Josh Jepson, for example. He's a YouTuber, streamer, friend of mine now. Made that connection just from reaching out and being part of his community, and just stuff like that. Had a group that we would play Among Us at all through the pandemic. That was Trident Tail in his community. One of these days I'll just kind of sit down and make a diagram and be like that crazy whiteboard full of, got like the Zerkio and Zombolino over here, and you got Trident over there, and Justice over here, and Kirk over here, and Arcade over here, and everybody's connected to one another. It's just so cool to me. But yeah, that's all right. Yes, and if you're interested in joining the Discord as well, yeah, Sonic just put the or Elwood put the link in chat. Feel free to be part of that as well. I think, I don't know. There's so many people online. Apparently Josh is playing this cozy mushroom game called Smushy Come Home. Only 30 minutes into stream. I might raid Josh. he's a bigger streamer, so I don't typically raid the bigger streamers like that. But I think it might be a good. He has about the same as Sumumu, and we raided Sumumu not that long ago. So I'm gonna raid Josh. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll get some comfy mushroom stream, I guess. Humumu, yeah, exactly. But I apparently was doing some weird keybinds. But I'm going to start the raid. We're gonna roll credits. People who support me, followers, subscribers, stuff like that. They'll show up on the screen. The raid message will show up in the chat. Thank you so much for watching. As you can tell, my brain's starting to shut down a little bit, so probably for the best that I'm getting off stream. But thank you so much for participating in the trivia. And if I don't see you, have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I that was my bad.